Okay, I want to say hi everybody and welcome. Okay, this is a new video. Okay, a new kind of like series in videos of videos. I'm going to be showing you me drawing. Okay, doing my artwork for a new cartoon I'm making. Okay, so okay, I have some photos here that I've taken from the internet. Excuse me. And I'm going to use these photos that I've found online. Okay, there are many photos here, and I'm going to use them to make art. Okay, make scenes for a new cartoon I'm going to make. Because I think some of these photos are very action-packed, you know, and I think I can use them in very creative ways. Okay, so I'm going to use what I have here and choose them, and I'm going to go one by one and I'm just going to draw over them and just create new scenes, just freehand. I think it's a good way to create art. It may seem like cheating to some people, but you know, I like to do this as another way of creating art. The first picture here is this picture of Uma Thurman from Kill Bill, okay, the Kill Bill movie series, which I don't own the rights to. Okay, I did not take this photo, obviously it's from a movie, but I'm going to draw over this and I'm going to create a character, okay, a scene for a cartoon. First thing I need to do is drag it into another software. I need to change the size of this. Okay, change the size of this image here to a much larger size. So I'm going to change it up to 4000 by 2000 pixels, so slightly over. Okay, hit save. That's the size I usually make my images. Okay, 4000 and something or over, you know, by 2000. Okay. Okay. Anyway, that's saved. Okay, good. So it's just a case now of either choosing Paint.net, that software I just had on my screen, or Manga Studio. And I use both, as I say. I prefer Manga Studio, but sometimes it's more complicated. So I'm going to bring this image now into Manga Studio. Okay, it's Manga Studio 5 EX. Okay, that I use. Okay. It's a very popular art software. I know a lot of people use this, and you know me, I don't care about what's popular or not amongst people. I care more about what suits me and, you know, my style and what I like to how I like to do things, you know. But really this is a popular software amongst the artists and digital artists in particular, and I can see why. You know, I still have to learn so much about this software also myself, but it's really good. I must say that is a very good software. The first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn down the saturation, which means the colours, turn them right down to black and white, and I'm going to turn up the luminosity, which is the brightness, so it's like like that, makes everything very light, just so we can see the details very faintly. We can see the details still of the photo. Click OK, and then I'm going to add a new layer. Okay, now for this new layer I'm just going to go straight in, I'm going to zoom in, and I'm just going to start drawing over her, okay, over this character here, Uma Thurman, this woman who played Kiddo in Kill Bill, the movie. And I'm just going to use a pen, and yeah, she's a woman, okay, but I'm going to make a man, okay, a male character. We're just going to see where we go with that, okay. So, being careful here, I've got my pen and pad more or less set up. I just need to plug it in because I was having difficulty there. Yeah, I'm plugging that in now. Okay, I'm just going to start drawing again. I'm literally just recording into my screen, recording from my screen here as I draw. Now sometimes this slows things down, but hopefully things will work pretty good today. I'm not recording the sound directly in through the computer, I'm doing it through my video camera, and I'm going to edit that in later. So I'm going to choose a black pen, okay, first of all, zoom in straight to the eyes. I usually love to start from the eyes when I draw a character. Now I'm not the best manga or like comic book artist, not at all, but I do love love to draw. I do like to try, to improve on my abilities, okay? So, yeah, okay, so let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. I'm gonna start drawing drawing my character, my own character over Uma Thurman, okay? I'm just using it as a guide, that's all I'm doing. For the shape of the positions of the people and where they are and everything, And I'm gonna try to really have fun with it and really relax and just focus on the characters. What I'm going to do, okay, is I'm going to actually try to make this cartoon. I'm really going to try to make it in my own style, and I'm going to try, of course, and I'm also going to try to not plan the story this time first. The most important thing is going to be the artwork. The artwork is going to be the most important thing. Okay, so I'm just seeing what I can do with the eyes here. I don't really want to give them too much detail, but we'll see as we go along. The actual pupils, I'm saying, with the shines here. I may rub those out later on. Now I have to keep an eye on my screen recorder for the timing here, just to know what I'm doing clearly. So as I say, it's just a case of doing it bit by bit, as we go along. Already I'm not really happy with the eyes as such, but we'll see as we go along. I may change things, because when you're drawing, sometimes you really will be not very happy with what you're doing and you want to change things, That's fine, what I mean here is I think these eyes are a little bit too big, I feel too wide, open, but it depends on what kind of expressions you're doing and all of that. Okay. I'm just trying to work out how I'm going to draw the eyes here, the pupils, as I say. Okay, like for example that eyebrow, I'm not very happy with that eyebrow. There, I'm going to clean that off. I don't like that eyebrow. I did that. I don't like it at all, actually. So I'm just going to go in. As I say, it's okay. You can change things as you go along. I'm going to make it a little bit lower down there. Slightly different expression. And kind of thin eyebrows. Kind of angry actually. But, I'm not the best, when it comes to drawing faces, I really am not so great when it comes to drawing faces. I just do my own thing, I've been trying to practice for years anyway. So, okay, so let's go now. I'm going to go down to the nose. I'm going to put it in the right position. What I usually do, my way of doing things, is I put the nose in the place where I think it would fit best. And what that usually means is, because I'm working the whole face to be my own kind of character, sometimes what that means is I need to move things and change the position and change the size of things as well to make it fit right. So I'm cutting around here and, I would need to make a few changes, okay? Firstly I need to, I need to move this around. If it's going to allow me, hold on. Yeah. Okay. I'm just moving the positioning here. And then I'm going to need to, change the size of it, okay? So I'm going to scale up this, make it larger. Because otherwise, the head's not going to look right. Now, okay, I'm going to deselect that. Okay, that's done. Clicking yes. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to deselect. And I'm going to start drawing now around where the face is going to be. Now you've got two different ways you can do this. One way is you can just go freehand and draw the face, and another way is you can use these straight lines thing where you can do curved lines and it gives you good lines, you know, that are not rugged and, you know, messy. Before we do that though, I'm going to draw in the mouth first. Draw in the mouth. And we're just making my own character, as I say, you know, my own character, okay? So I'm going to draw it in the face here, just roughly as I can. Usually I like to draw the hair as well first, before anything, so I'm going to do some hair now. Just a very simple hairstyle. I'm going to give him black hair. It's going to be a guy, as I say, it's not a girl. Okay, as I say, I'm not the best artist. I'm not really like, so you know, great. I'm not really great when it comes to drawing like comic book or manga characters and stuff. I'm just doing my own thing. I've been practicing for a while, you know, I have been practicing trying to like get things right by like, you know, looking at manga and comics and stuff. You know, but it's like, it's hard, you know, to get things right because so much stuff you see out there it inspires you. I mean, I see some really, really good artists on the internet, you know, in the world, you know, but you know, it's just one of those things, you know, it's like you just need to practice it, you know. I like to use a thicker line, okay, a thicker line around the face, and certain shapes like where the cheeks are and stuff, like having to work it out, you know, it does take some practice, I must say. And again, even here, like that's rough, kind of rough here, I'm trying to make it like not too wide, I want it like a curvy face, you know. It's hard because I'm as I say, you know, I'm still learning the software really. I mean, this software, I've had this software now, Manga Studio, I've had it for a while. But, you know, it's still the imagination, the artistry, you can't just learn a software and then do good art, you know, you have to still practice, you know, your art yourself and see the art in your mind and make it up as you go along, you know, so you don't just, it's not the software, it's the artist, you know, it's not the tool, it's the artist. That same philosophy again, you know? So, you know, as I say, I'm not the best, I'm not great, but like, I do what I do, you know. So I'm going to go with a thicker brush here, so you can see I'm using a combination, I'm using a mixture of freehand and the curved lines there, which gives you the line correction tool. It's a very good tool, I must say. You know, some lines you'll feel more confident to draw in yourself. You know? So I'm going to give this guy black hair, okay? Jet black's hair, okay? I've just messed up, so I'm going to go edit undo. I'm going to need to do that again. This is one of the things, you see, you've got to be, you know, it takes some practice, as I said, it does take some practice. But you're going to make sure you go in and fill in all the spaces, you know. Okay, that's it. Good, black. Okay, that's good, right? That's better. And you'll start to notice certain things you want to change when you do that. As you draw, if you look carefully, you will see things that you don't like and you want to change, you know. The hair here, the gaps between the hair, and I'm looking here and there's things I don't like and I want to change, you know. Like that, you see, just small things, you know, and you just work it as you go along and you develop your characters, okay? So it's coming on okay, the face, just a few marks here, the nose there. We're going to make this art kind of simple. I still feel that right side of the face could be a little bit more curvy, to be honest with you, but I'm just going to go with it right how it is for now. I'm going to go in and do a freehand on the neck, drawing that in there, right? Yeah, and okay, so as I say, we're just going to get into this though. I'm just going to draw from the neck, so I'm doing the neck here. And I'm just going to go freehand. I don't really want to waste too much time. I want to get this done really, my goal is really to get stuff done quicker, okay? Because I've got lots of pictures to go through, and I don't want to spend I don't want to spend forever on this on this cartoon I'm doing, okay? So now I'm going to work with the top, just drawing his top here where the neck would be. Okay. And as I say, he's wearing a hoodie, right? So it's one of those things. I've got to draw where the hood's going to be, around here, over his shoulders. Yeah. And just drawing in all the details gradually as I can. It's going to be a hoodie. I'm going to draw with his hood down, okay, and it's going to be on his shoulders here. I'm trying to draw all the details in. I'm not trying to say like I'm rushing it, I'm not trying to say that, but I'm just saying that, you know, trying to get it done as quick and efficiently as possible. So I'm going to zoom out now. I'm going to bring this, bring the whole image down into the right position that I feel comfortable with. So I'm just lining those shoulders up right there. You can see how it's coming into position, how it's coming, you know, taking its form. The Adam's apple there a little bit. Okay, you don't have to draw in every single, you know, detail. Certain things like the shape here, you can see how that works. I'm just literally drawing along the arms here, just following the actual line down. For me, usually it's the face. You know, it's the face. That's the hardest part for me. The face, how to draw the face, and the features on the face, you know, and the hair. That's usually harder for me than anything else, you know. So I'm just going across. I'm making it a hoodie, and with the hoodie style, you know. I like the hoodies, you know. And I'm just drawing that now. Okay, drawing the zip area. And what I'm going to do, okay, is I'm going to, well, you'll see later on, I'm going to do something with the lines, you know, to make them more cleaner. Okay, but yeah, you know, this scene that I'm using here to draw over, this particular scene was really a classic scene, you know, this Uma Thurman Kill Bill from the first one, you know. It was a very classic scene. It is a classic scene, you know. It was like a multiple fight scene with katana swords, you know, that. But you know, I'm just changing it to my own scene. This guy is not holding a sword. As of yet, I haven't made him be holding a sword for this scene. I'm just drawing in the details here, the tassels there for the hoodie, you know, and just drawing my character just gradually, little by little, you know, drawing in the details, making it all come into play, you know, into place. Okay. Just working now, I'm going to work some thinner lines too, slightly thinner, not too thin. And you don't want to go over the top with some of the lines. I think like here I've gone a little bit over the top, like I've done a bit too many lines all over. But sometimes that will come into play, as I say. Now the background I have to work out later on what kind of background it's going to be, okay? But I originally just thought to maybe have him outside on the street somewhere, okay, with his character. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go down to that lower level because the line art is basically done for this simple character. We're going to go down to the lower level, okay, the lower layer, sorry, and I'm going to turn up everything, turn the brightness all the way up, and the contrast down, then I'm going to go up again and do the brightness all the way up again. Just to make sure it's a completely smooth black, that's a completely smooth white background. I'm going to click on the line art now, and I'm going to merge everything down in a moment, but first of all, just for a last check. Yeah, now I'm going to actually join up a line here that I missed before. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a slight blur to this image, just a slight blur, okay. I wouldn't mind having a double of that actually, do a duplicate just quickly, copy that, do a blur on the top layer, or the bottom layer I think first, top layer, go to filter, go to blur, and go to this Gaussian blur thing, turn it up a little bit, just slightly, ever so slightly, don't go too high, make it ever so slightly, Okay, and then hit OK, then merge down and merge down again, so they're all one thing. Now what we do is we click on the outside with the magic wand tool, the outside, press delete, and that's gone. And now any spaces like between the arm like that, you just delete that as well. So that's totally gone, totally free and gone, okay? Now we're going to go, we're going to go to deselect right here at the bottom of the deselect. This basically looks alright, yeah, but what I want to do now is I want to also go to the contrast again and play with that a little bit. Turn the contrast up a little. Yeah, you see, and that makes the lines look a little bit more cleaner, I feel, okay? So you just work the contrast as you feel you need to, okay? Now what I'm going to do, okay, is I'm going to add colours. I wasn't going to add colours at first, but now I want to add the colours. I just want to do it. So I'm using my mouse. You can use the pen if you wish to. I'm going to give him that red. I'm going to give him a. I don't know yet. I'm thinking. Yeah, I'll give him a red hoodie. What the heck? Okay. Red hoodie. I'm just going to select the areas. Okay. Yeah, it's working right, it's working okay. Got it on good settings. So, excuse me. Yeah, just selecting what we need. It's going to be red, okay. And it's better actually, in Manga Studio is better anyway. But also, I was going to say also that you have less problems, like less bugs with it. When you're using Paint.net, sometimes it selects different objects when you don't want it to. It's a very, very strange thing. So I'm going to turn that down to a very low, darker colour there for the inside top that he's wearing. Okay, so that's that. This is going to be really done really quickly actually, right, this one. The trousers are going to make that colour as well, a very darkish grey / purple colour. And the zoom in, the whites of the eyes and the shines and the mouth is already white, so that's good. All we need to do is do the skin colour now for his skin and give it a fleshy, yellowish, flashy sort of colour. Okay, and that looks okay there. Okay, going in every space there that you need to go in to. Okay. Okay, and the ears and everything, the ears. Okay, the neck there. Okay, as you can see, going down, going across to the hand. You can see there's one place we missed there. We need to erase that white space. Okay, you can see though, okay, going across, just checking everything, okay. Again, magic wand, click this, and go to erase that, okay. Zoom in again to any little small spaces like this, and select with the select tool thingy. Again, paint bucket, turn that red. If it doesn't work, then use the magic wand exactly, and click off and go there. It works really well. You see how effective it is. This small gaps like that too. So you can see how effective it is. This Manga Studio, as I say. Manga Studio 5EX I'm using, by the way, very good software. And okay, so now I'm just going to add some colour. Okay, I'm going to add some colour to the character. There's going to be some shading, but I'm not going to go too crazy like shading, like painting type shading. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it like like that kind of like, what do you call it, cell shading. So I'm going to try my best and just make it myself, I'm saying. I'm going to duplicate this layer, go to the top layer, go on to edit, go down to tonal correction, go to brightness and contrast, just change the brightness, turn it down. Oh, so before you do that, make sure everything's deselected. And then you just go to that brightness, turn the brightness down much lower, I'd say, so you can get a very good shade. It depends what shadows you want to go for, and if you know what your scene is, like your background, and if you know where the lights are coming from, which direction, then that's going to work even better for you. Anyway, I'm choosing the hard eraser this time, not the soft eraser, and I'm just going to make it like quite a large size first of all, to make the first initial light where that's coming from, right? So the basic thing that's covering most of him, in this situation it's a him. you may be drawing a her, you know. But this is a guy I've drawn here. Okay, so that's coming on okay. We're going to play with the brightness again later on also, okay, in a moment or so. Just adding the first bit of light to the scene. It's going on, it's quite big, you know, the way I'm doing it for this scene anyway. Okay, so that's very, very simple there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, again, merge those down, turn the brightness more lower, again. Okay, cancel, sorry, duplicate this layer, then on the top layer again, bring it down lower, and now we're going to go in with a smaller size brush tip on the strong eraser. We're going to work in some better shading, some more detail on the shading, okay, basically. Okay, so there. Okay, just thinking about where the light is and where the shadows are, just the best you can. You don't need to worry too much, you know. It depends how you work it, that's what I'll say, it's up to you, you know. And I'm not speaking from an expert point of view, I'm just speaking from how I do it, okay. Because sometimes I really go into more detail and think where the light's coming from, which I am now. I'm thinking about where the light's coming from, of course, but see where the shadows are going to be. But it's like, you know, I'm not going too crazy about it, you know, I'm just making it simple. There's not a very strong, like, direct light. The light is on the front more so. Now, I know there are some dark, shadowy areas there, but you know, the thing is, it's just basic, you know, just doing very basic here. And again, you can see it's a little bit rough, you know, anyway. Sometimes I do better art in certain situations, you know. I can do some shines on the hair if I wanted to, which I might do. So I'll just merge that down in one layer. Now I'll go on to the, I'll select the layer. Okay, hold on 1 second and I'll tell you. I'm going to select the layer. Go to select layer, right click the layer, right click, and then left click on select, to make selection. Zoom in, and now make a new make a new layer if you haven't done that prior to doing this. Make it on the top layer, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to turn that visibility down on the bar, and then just choose a hard, a pen, make it slightly bigger, not too big. Make it white. I would make it white, okay? And then we're going to draw in just some shines on the hair. Turn it down if you need to, make it like really faint if you need to do that, okay? And change the size accordingly as you wish to, if you think the size is too big or too small, okay? Now I'm doing that here on the hair, trying to get some detail on the hair, just to give it some shine, you know. You see that sometimes in you know, cartoons anyway. You don't have to go too crazy, as I say. You can make it a bit faint if you wish to, like that, you know. And that's all I'm going to go with. I'm not going to go with anything too strong, you know. I'm just going to keep it like that. I think it looks simple, you know. And, now I'm going to do something else. We still have our layers selected. By the way, I've merged those two layers down. Now I'm going to add a new layer, and I'm going to do something. I'm just going to try something, I should say. I'm going to go to overlay, choose overlay from this part here, where you can choose the blending modes. Go to overlay, then go over here on the colours and choose black, fully down black, you know. Then choose the soft spray paint tool, choose that, soft one, okay. Make it fairly big, I would, and then if you want to, you can turn the density down, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to turn the visibility down, which is better. They're different anyway. Turn the visibility very low on this, on that top layer. The top layer is an overlay layer with a black spray paint, okay. I'm going to go across, you see that, how it adds some kind of effect, see what I'm saying? Gives a bit of light or darkness, you see, to it, gives some kind of shade to it, you see what I'm trying to say. And you know, depends how you do things, you know. I can add another layer and do the exact same thing, but leave it a bit stronger. You can do different shades, different amounts of shade, I should say. A small one here, for example. And my idea really is I don't really want to make him like too, dark. I don't want to have too many dark areas, too dark, But it is good though to give like some look to it, is what I'm trying to say. So that's a little bit too dark there on the face, I think. So and even this whole layer I don't really need, so I'm going to delete that layer. Okay. And just leave it as it is, I think. Sometimes you've got to just leave things as they are, because otherwise you end up messing up. But one thing I will try though is I'm going to add another layer very quickly, another duplicate of this, and I'm going to turn the brightness up just slightly. Bring that down below this one, go onto the top layer, use a hard eraser just very, very quickly, and then just go over a few lines, just quickly here, go over a few edges. Make it a little bit larger if you need to. It depends how you want to do it, but see, that didn't really work for me too well, I don't think, you can do different things, you see. It depends how you want to work it. You can see for yourself. On the top here, for example, just getting different effects, basically, Shine in here in the different areas, not shine, I mean like the lighter areas where you need them. I love to work with the light, but sometimes you can get carried away, is the thing, you don't really want to get too carried away. But, I like to practice, it's good fun anyway. This is a very simple picture, so I think we're really done. We're basically done with this image. So I'm going to deselect, and I'm not going to draw a background. And the reason I'm not going to draw a background now is because I will do one later, later on, when I've got more of an idea for the story. And I'm just going to go through every image in my folder with those photos and just draw, basically. I might make changes, I might flip images like left and right, or do different things like sizes and all kinds of stuff. But right, for now, I'm just going to make this simple. And you can mix different parts of different photos together too and draw over them. But I'm going to leave this one as it is like this for now. The last thing I could do, the last thing is I could have a little look, a little play, go to edit, go to tonal correction, go to, play around with my brightness and contrast a little bit if I want to, like that. But I don't really need to, so I'll leave it like that. Again, same with the saturation, things like that, I can bring that down or up, but I didn't really need to do that, so I don't need to do that. And then what we're going to do is, remember, when you save an image like this, like a character with no background, and you want to do that later, what you need to do is go to save it as a PNG file, okay? So I'm just going to save it as a PNG file, call it Guy, okay? Guy, hold on, Guy and PNG, and you're basically done. And I'll see you again in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. And this is saving now. It's saved now. Okay. Okay. I'll see you again in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.